What's up YouTube? It's Fancy Pollock here. I'm just going to be doing a little garage organization right now before I start working on the side-by-side. I got some mud flaps for kind of rear fender flare extensions I'm going to be putting on, and they involve, drilling a couple holes and then putting some of these pop rivets in, or not pop rivets, retainer clips in. So be doing that. I gotta organize some of this, get my tools a little more cleaned up, and then we'll get into one side and see how it goes. Talk to you guys in a little bit. Alright, so the instructions say, I believe, to take one of the screws out and kind of mount it with that hole here, and then the three other holes will need to be drilled out, and then use one of the retainer clips. I don't know if I have the exact size retainer clips, but I think I'll be able to find something that fits at least a couple of them. So I believe this goes kind of just something like that, so adds a little more protection from the mud when it doesn't sling up, because it kind of covers the back of the machine when you're kind of ripping through the mud and down the trails. So we'll see if I can get that going. So I'm gonna remove this. I can't even see that without a light. Let me get the old phone out. Remove this bolt and then put it back in with the pad, and then it says to use an 11/32 drill bit. I only have a 5/16, which is slightly smaller, which I think will be okay for this capacity. So since we're only going through a little bit of plastic, I think we will be just fine. So I got it partially on. Gonna drill this first top hole here. I'm gonna kind of hold it up with one hand in its spot, and then I'm gonna drill that hole and put a clip in it, and then we'll drill the rest of them. Which honestly, I might only do one more because that screw is gonna hold the bulk of it. So we'll see how she goes. All right, this side is successfully on. I end up using just these regular retainer clips that I had. The ones I had, these specific 10mm ones. The other ones I was trying to put in, they didn't quite fit that well, so I'm gonna go ahead and drill out the other side and see if we can get her all finished up. Alrighty, got both of them in. Just the extensions, which I know some kits you can do the whole flare that's wider, and I think that's what this little notch is here for the little extension thing, but I just wanted to help the rear out a little bit. I don't love how this kind of moves around like this. I might sink like a self-tapper through here just to keep that kind of tight against it, because right now it kind of moves a little more than I'd like it to, but we'll see. I'll probably end up putting those screws in there, and then yeah, should be a little bit of an improvement. So I also have the door seal kit, although I don't think I'm going to do that today because that requires some patience and energy, which I don't have because I've had a very busy day. So I'm going to clean up what I got right now, and then probably put those self-tappers in, and then we'll go from there in terms of what we'll be doing on the machine right now. I also got the front trail bumper coming in as well, so that just kind of mounts onto the front, which I heard it's not too difficult to install. So, but that's not going until tomorrow, so I'll record then. So yeah, I ended up putting that self-drilling screw in there on each side, and that really snugs up this whole thing. I'm not too concerned about a tiny hole right there, and I don't intend on putting the other fender pieces on here anyways. Whenever I put wider tires and spacers, you know, it's gonna be wide. It's gonna be a dirty machine, so it is what it is. I think they look good though. They definitely fit, and hopefully they'll help a little bit with the mud in the rear. So tomorrow we're gonna be hopefully getting the front trail bumper, and that's gonna mount obviously on the front and then kind of tie the look together a little bit. I don't know when I'm gonna do the door seal kit. I might try the door seal kit tomorrow, to be honest. I heard it's easier if you take the doors off. I just don't know if I want to pull the doors off and then potentially break something before I go up north. I don't technically need doors to drive, but they would be nice. So yeah, we'll see how it all goes. See you guys probably tomorrow or maybe another video, who knows. Alrighty, got the bumper in, looks like. Kind of sat out in the rain a little bit, so yeah. Let's get this bad boy opened. Okay, so we've got some mounting hardware here. And the actual bumper itself. Ooh, and some Can-Am stickers and bolts. How exciting. Let's put the box down. And I'm gonna need 2 hands to get this undone. And there it is in all of its glory. You can tell it's genuine by the Can-Am logo. So it has these little cutouts here that I'm assuming are going to clamp onto the bottom bumper, and then these indentations that kind of rest on the top bumper. So we'll see if we can get this bad boy mounted up. She's all mounted up. Looks pretty good. Should add a little bit more protection and beef up the machine a little bit. So they do make these kind of side protectors that come out and tie into here, but I think for now I'm just gonna stick with the front bumper action. Pretty solid too once you screw those bolts all the way down. I mean, you can pull the machine by this. So now let's see if we want to deal with the door seals, which I'm not that excited about. So per the or my ATV Life YouTube channel, for putting the door seals on, they recommend taking the door off. Honestly, the door was pretty easy to take off. It'd be kind of fun to ride without the doors at some point, but anywho, got the door off. Gonna clean up all these sealing surfaces, and then we'll go from there. Took a little bit of effort, but I got her done. It's not totally perfect in some spots, but I think it's gonna be, for my purposes, good enough. So this is just the passenger side, so I want to get some practice before I did the driver's side. So see how the other side goes. And got the other door seal on. So I did a little bit better job on this side after having a little bit of experience on the passenger side. So we'll get her mounted on the door. first. License. Second. That's all she wrote.